Welcome aboard, all you wonderful groomers, pet stylists, and canine cosmetologists. You found the Traveling Groomers Podcast, where we discuss lessons learned from mobile and house call grooming. I'm one of your hosts, Chris Bear Anthony. Any moment now, we'll be joined by my co-host and friend, retired mobile groomer and educator extraordinaire, Maryoquendo, and very likely a special guest to help us chat about all things grooming, grooming industry related, and just plain fun digressions that I will totally wrangle back to topic. Grab those travel mugs and climb aboard to see where today's topic will bring us. Let's roll! Pet Edge is your provider for professional grooming supplies at great prices. Check their website often for new products, sales, and special offers. For a limited time, save 5% off your order with promo code TRAVELER5. Find what you need to succeed at petedge.com. Hello, Mary.
Hello, Chris. How's it going?
It's going. It's going. I had a day off today, and I took most of it as a day off.
Nice.
I mean, I got a little sit-down work done, but the majority of it was a day off because, right? But first, because I will forget, welcome to episode number 312, recorded on November 19th, and that will be airing on December 17th. Mwahahaha.
Okay. So if you're listening to this, you're in the home stretch.
Yeah, you are.
Right.
You're so close. It's so close. It's so close. But this is probably also the worst week of it.
Yeah, this week is.
Yeah.
Though I have taken off this time before Christmas because my daughter was graduating from Emory.
Mm-hmm.
So for the mobile and the house calls, which is predominantly our target listening, we have some shop people who listen. Okay. All right, here's the thing. All right. You don't have to make yourself crazy this time of year if you don't want to. That's what regular clients are on a regular schedule.
So it becomes less of how do we get you in before the holidays? And your reoccurring appointment happens to fall on December 25th this year. I will not be grooming your dogs on the 25th. How about we move it to the closest possible date? And I'll do like the 22nd, 23rd, like however I can get to them.
Right. So once I settled into my routine of grooming, my last grooming day was usually the 21st of the month. That allowed 2 days of reschedules if I needed
Right.
it. All right. Because December, Northeast, we could have snow. So
It happens.
it could, it's not usual to get any significant snow before Christmas where I lived in Connecticut. Right. Up in the mountains, yeah. I mean, here in the mountains, because we already got snow.
Oh yeah, we already had a flurry like mid-November, like nothing stuck. Nothing stuck. There was nothing on the ground. There wasn't even the outline of the trees, but there was definitive flurries in the air, and I was not amused, Mary. Can I
Yeah.
tell you, I was not happy.
No, we're watching, my husband's watching football on TV and they're playing in the snow and we're like, ew. Ew, I am done with snow. I don't miss it at all. And I've been retired now like 6 years. I don't miss the snow, not a single flake. If I never see a flake again, I'm fine with that. So there we go.
I
All
don't
right.
blame you.
The only thing I do miss are the Christmas tips.
Let's talk about that first because
All right. So Christmas tips, and I'll say it, I probably was a lab in a previous life.
food.
I'm very food motivated. Okay. I've had clients bake me home baked cookies that didn't make it to the next call.
Because why would they? They were
Why would they?
fresh. You
They
don't want
were
them
fresh.
sitting in the car for a half a day.
No.
Although I have to say, even being vegan, I'm still happy with cookies and chocolate and stuff because I see zero wrong with regifting as long as it's not a used candle or bath soap. I've seen that. That's not right. But
Um, I had a client call me up one time because she got everybody candles. So she got the same candle for her groomer, her hairdresser, two other people, plus her mother-in-law. And she calls me up in a panic and she goes, please open up your gift. I gotta know if I gave you a used candle or not. And so I go, no, mine is fine. She goes, oh crap. I gave my mother-in-law a used candle. That was supposed to have been mine.
oh
She's
yeah, she's never hearing the end of that. That is
never gonna hear
never.
the end of
Never, never. And for those of you watching online, because winter has started and we are groomers, I went to get lotion and I'm like, oh, I have some of Michelle Knowles dewdrops. I have a
that.
sample thing in my desk. I know I have. I keep some in there. And it was empty. And I gotta refill that now. I know I have more elsewhere, but now I'm not amused.
And by the way, I still have, oh my God. Hold on one second.
She's gonna go pull out things of lotion from clients
Last one.
because I don't care. I will take all of the lotion.
Last
Oh
drop.
God, not that.
It's actually pretty nice lotion,
Ah,
but
ah.
I mean, not on the order of the dewdrops.
Okay. I'm not okay. If you're watching on YouTube, you're watching on YouTube. I'm not even saying that name out loud because considering what they put a groomer through at Hershey and how annoying they are at trade shows, I don't even want to advertise them. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
So that's my last jar. And since I retired, I haven't purchased, other than Michelle's dewdrops,
Yes.
I have not purchased lotion for, since I've been a groomer. So, but some of the good things, all right? So I had a client, and yes, they were used, okay? But I got a really high-end exercise bike and one of those things that go back and forth. I forget, ellipticals.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The one that's not it's wait, is it a bike? Like is it a dual action bike or are you standing and moving your legs?
Two separate ones.
Oh,
Yeah, one was an elliptical and the other one was a bike. I didn't
okay.
want to move, I didn't want to move them over to Washington, so my daughter came and moved them up to New Hampshire for her. Plus two high-end mountain bikes. Same person. I guess they got on an exercise kick and said, screw this.
Okay.
That would have
All right.
been, yes. So my daughter got two really high-end bikes. This was a couple of years. I mean, I kept the machines for a little while. That was probably what he paid for those two bikes and those two exercise machines was probably price-wise my most expensive tip,
That's nice. I have to say that's just really nice.
you know. So most of the time it was cash and royal, yeah, cash is king. But some of my best Christmas tips have always been somebody who took the time to bake me holiday cookies. I love them. And I have nobody to bake me holiday cookies. And
You
Chris, I can't
know,
bake my own holiday cookies because you know what? My stove crapped out on me again. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
didn't you just move? Isn't this a new stove?
it's a 6-year-old stove. I spent a lot of money on it. This was a $3,300 gas stove.
What
And
brand is this? Now I gotta know.
GE
Oh,
Cafe.
well,
Supposed to be
okay.
high end. This is the second time the thermostat went on it. On it. I said, screw it. And I bought myself a new one, a KitchenAid, but it's not here yet. And in the meantime, I still can cook on the stove because it's gas.
You can cook on it, but for baking, it's a harder temperature control.
I can't control it at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You can't even buy like an outside thermometer
No,
and
it's not heating up.
oh, ew. Well, that won't cook a damn thing.
I won't cook a damn thing. And I realized it because I had a roast beef in there. And I'm thinking this should take like maybe an hour to cook a roast beef. Because I like it nice and red in the middle. And the hour and a half and doesn't look really cooked. And I'm thinking, well, okay, maybe I accidentally shut the oven off. So I go and I reset it, and an hour and a half later, it's barely cooked. I'm like, crap. Had to put it into my air fryer.
And I'm guessing all the warranties are out.
Of course, the warranties are out on it.
Okay. Fun times. Fun times.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that sucks hard.
So I can't even make my own Christmas cookies right now.
Well, to be
By
fair,
the time this airs, I will have a new stove. And if I'm
yes.
so motivated, I will bake myself some Christmas cookies.
You know what? A couple years ago, I got all of these like cookie cutters and cake decorating sets. Not cake, the cookie decorating sets, because I was watching so much of it on TikTok. I'm like, that was so cool. I want to do that. Mary, you think I did that?
So I've got all of those things too, which I gave to my daughter again when I moved, because it's really nice to have, but they're not using them. And honestly, the cookies that you have to roll out and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, screw that.
That's the only, okay, we started on a tangent, I guess. That's the only cookies I still sometimes do because I found a recipe for um pfefferkocker. It's like it's like that peppery cookies.
Yeah, I've got a recipe for butter cookies that are absolutely to die for, and I don't roll out nothing.
Oh.
I will just make a ball in my hand, smush it, and put sprinkles on it. We're good. The shape doesn't matter.
I but I but I do have I try to do this once a year because some of the cookie cutters I got bring me great joy. Great joy.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure they do, and we can all guess what shapes they are.
No. What shapes do you think they are?
Yeah, listen, Chris, I know you.
I have listen, I have zero penis cookie cutters.
Okay.
I do. I'm like I'm sure I have some that I could make look like if I really wanted to, but I have like Mjolnir, like Thor's hammer cookie cutters.
Okay.
So yeah, that brings me joy. I have like ones with runes on them. And I'm like, oh, so it's a Germanic cookie recipe and it fits with the cookie cutters and it makes me happy. I just don't always go through the whole frosting thing because that's time consuming and delicious. But look, I'm
Yeah.
good if I
I'll look
bake
at a
them.
cookie, and I don't care if it's the shape of a candy cane or a snowman. It's still going to get chewed up in a second.
I also have zombie cookie cutters
Yeah, that.
that don't always get pulled out for Christmas, but they make good biscuits too. They're the big ones that make this. So I'm like, okay. Anyway, it is about time for our first commercial break. I am going to hit that button and we will be right back and going back to what I like to call topics because we have them. I love being a house call groomer, but I hate doing laundry or worrying about asking my clients for fresh towels. Raypet has solved those problems for me with the Wet Pet disposable towel. Taking up much less space than traditional cotton towels and easy to wring out and reuse, these super soft, comfy, absorbent towels eliminate any cross-contamination concerns between pets, and now their new smaller washcloth size can even help those sensitive eye areas. Great for cleaning out wrinkles gently and thoroughly. Need to keep water bowls for your clients on hand that are easy to disinfect, but hate all the room traditional clanky metal bowls take up? Or just have a very active pet? Their collapsible silicone bowl comes with an aluminum D-ring hook that can be attached to your pet's leash or anywhere else in your van for easy storage. You can get one by itself or in their handy travel kit, along with a set of 3 tick removers and 1 small wet pet towel. So stop by their website to check it out, raypet.net, and tell them the Traveling Groomers sent you. Alrighty, so topic, we're going to start with little things maybe we can do to get through the next week, and then how to plan for January. Dun, dun, dun. And do we even have a slowdown anymore?
Well, here's the thing, right? So my schedule was always pretty even throughout the year because that's the way that's the best way to set it up. It was not crazy during Christmas time. Maybe there was a couple extra thrown in that say, hey, I am having company and I'm off schedule. Can I get in a little bit earlier? And you know what? Good customers, I would always accommodate them. But my schedule was never insane that I could squeeze in a couple of people here and there and not be totally crazy. And that's like the goal we all look for, to have that kind of schedule. Because then come January, when the schedule's starting all over again, I didn't ever experience a slowdown. However, I always took off 2 weeks in January, 2 weeks in March. It was how I got through the winter.
Yeah.
But my schedule was always built around that. Right. Usually not right away in January. Usually my vacation in January was more like mid-January. And then the same thing mid-March. By the time I got back from my mid-March vacation, winter was over.
Yeah. Yeah. In this area, like you're not seeing any snowstorm past April. March is pretty much it.
Okay. It would be unusual if I'm coming back towards the end of March to be impacted by snow.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
that's how I survived. That's, for me, that was my mental health. That was how I survived the winter.
Is knowing that a vacation is coming, just knowing it's coming.
It's coming. It's coming. And enough of my vacation is in the winter time. And then I'll take another, because my husband got like 6 weeks of vacation. And then I would take 2 weeks to do like a real vacation. I mean, they were real vacations, but
They were all real vacations.
all real vacations, but sometime usually like around July, August. And that was something to do with one of my grandkids.
See, and I have almost a weird backwards problem because I travel to conventions so much throughout the year that when I'm traveling once or twice a month, I'm like, I have more than enough clients. But I don't have place, you know what? I'm getting them in, fitting them in around my travel. And then all of a sudden, I have 3 solid months with no traveling. And I go, oh my God, my schedule's so light. This is the busiest time of the year. My schedule's so light. And if I'm not careful, I will take 5 new clients and then have no place to put them during the summer.
Yeah.
So it's working around your schedule and figuring it out and figuring out what works best for you can take more than 1 year. It can take more than one time. We're not born having it all figured out. So that's fine.
Because, we've all done, I've done the crazy. There was my second year, no, my first year, the first winter, I was mobile. It snowed at the beginning of November and it didn't stop to the middle of April. It literally was snowing like every other day. Right. Um, I was put, and I'm glad I didn't have like a really, really full schedule. But the thing, and I was quit mobile grooming after that. Honestly, after that window, I was ready to put my van up for sale.
That was brutal.
It was a brutal winter. Um, but all right, I really understood the whole. I mean, there were days that I would have to reschedule. I, I was doing like 10 dog days. It was ridiculous. There was one day in which there was 10 dogs, four of them were mini poodles.
See, and I love doing mini poodles because I
Yeah,
don't see them anymore. And I'd
you
be
know, the
like,
dogs associated with that day. I remember driving home and it was 10 o'clock at night. All right. You know how I feel about working late.
yep.
It's 10 o'clock at night. And it was a good 25 minutes to get home from this house. And I just remember I just wanted to pull to the side of the road on the highway and I just wanted to go to sleep. And but then I saw the snow starting to fall and I'm like, get my ass home.
I've 100% had times like that. I've honestly had times where I felt bad because it was winter and I walked the bulldog to uh to the house and I'm like, she's a little damp around her head, get her inside quick. But it was snowing and I was at the top of a mountain.
Yeah.
Like I was like, and I'm like, I just wanted to get off the hill. And they're like, go, 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 get off the hill. Because
Yeah.
they knew they lived there. It's a problem. It was a problem. But
But getting back to your issue with
linking and topics, yeah.
traveling, okay? Um, yeah, I think setting expectations for your business and what it is that you want out of your business, I think that's really important because for you, you're going, you're repping at so many shows that is a
Hmm.
business in itself right there.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, I saw the ads for
Uh-huh.
for you're going to be at Celtic Canine.
Yes, it will have happened by this time.
Exactly. Those are nice ads, by the way.
Why, thank you. That
There
was,
was one I didn't like, so she made like three or four of them.
yeah.
And there was one that was really, really dark, and it was hard to see your face in it.
Oh, it was the red and black one.
Yeah, I didn't particularly care for that one, but the other ones, they got my attention.
Well, that was the brilliance of Coates design.
Good.
And there's a whole actual funny story about my shears and how we got those pictures. And I want to see if I can tweak them, like Photoshop them to make them more uh, centered.
Right.
But that was Angie's idea. Like, okay, have the shears around you and have Mindy get over you and she's like, climb on the bed. I'm like, you're asking the person with the prosthetic leg to climb on the bed after she just worked a tray. She's like, okay, wait, no, new plan. We just leave. So I really like those pictures. My husband's a little bit, he's very Victorian. He's a little like, I don't know, but they're not horrible. I'm like, listen,
Yeah,
they're
no, the only reason I didn't like the red and black one because it was really dark and it was hard to make your face out in it. That was probably the only reason I didn't like it, but I thought the other ones were done very well. So kudos to Angie's. That's something new she's doing.
not, I don't know if it's necessarily new. That's part of her design service. And I was going to do it myself. And this is part of rethinking and reworking your business. I was going to do it myself and try to make up the things. And I'm capable of doing it in Canva. But hey, I've got other stuff to do. And she did a better job than I would have been able to. And I didn't have to spend the time doing it. I was so happy. I'm like, Angie, I'm sending you money over right now. And I just went, ah, and I am cheap. So normally when I spend money for a service that I feel like I could do myself, I don't have a massive sense of relaxation, but it was just getting something off my to-do list. And she did such a phenomenal job. So,
Yeah, I thought, and I saw her new positive ed images, which I thought were way better.
oh, nice. I haven't checked out the new Positive Ed site yet.
No, I've seen some of her social media
Oh,
postings,
some of the, okay.
and I thought they were well done as well.
Nice. Well, it is about time to hit a button. So I'm going to go creep that website while we're doing this. This one. Hanvi Engineering isn't just for mobile groomers. I have loved my Hanvi equipment for years before I even thought of getting a mobile van, and I wouldn't want to groom without my bathing beauty and hair vac. With every piece of equipment in their van and outside of it having its own QR code linked to troubleshooting tips and fixes, these low maintenance workhorses turn potential roadblocks into mere speed bumps. Check them out yourself at hanvi.com.
All right,
And
so
we're
again, you're
back.
in the middle of the last week before Christmas, and if you're crazed, so some things to do to like make yourself less crazed. All right. Um, take a deep breath, count the days. I had a client who was in a really bad divorce. It was bad marriage, it was bad divorce. And she had two kids. And so while the kids were under 18, there was always still contact with him. Um, I told her to get a countdown clock so that every day she looked at the clock, that number was smaller.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So countdown clocks are really good.
And you know what? I'm gonna even go thematic and say, y'all, if you have not gotten an adult advent calendar, you are missing out.
Okay, so Chris, I got an advent calendar right here.
I don't, did you have an advent calendar there? I wonder how that happened.
I wonder how I got that. So Chris every year sends me an advent calendar that has crystals in it. So this is airing on the 17th of
This
December.
is airing on the 17th, and she does this every year, and I'm letting it go because it made my eye twitch hard. That
Okay,
instead of using it as a lovely proper countdown, she just started opening shit willy-nilly like a goddamn chaos goblin.
8.
Wait, so it's currently
We're still in November.
November 19th. This is airing on December 17th. So I'm thinking you're going to do something sensible, like pick out December 17th
I
as
got a
an
box. I would
example.
have to root through it. Hold on, I'll try again. I'll try again.
Okay.
Hold on. Close my eyes.
I think so far my favorite advent calendar
Sorry, this is 5.
was wine. So you get like a little mini bottle of wine. You get 25 little like
Is that close enough?
20. No, because that's too close to Christmas. And so it's going to be something really good. So you're going to want to save those. So dig through the box and find December
Yeah, I gotta find
17th.
17. See what she's making me do?
Uh-huh. Yeah, the gun to your head. The gun to your head, Mary. I'm seeing it.
I look for box number 17. What's this one? Well, that one's 11. We're getting closer. Closer.
Okay, I did forget how that was packed. So she's got to dig for it.
19 or 61.
Well, oh,
Here's
yeah,
what?
Mary, I'm positive it's December 61st.
I think so.
I know for y'all, it feels like December 61st right now, right today.
Yes. But come actually December 1st, I'm going to do a little live stream and open up one box a day. I make no guarantee, Chris, because now the box is all jumbled because of you. I got 18.
Because of me. Well, yes,
Totally.
18, so it should be right there.
17.
17.
So now the box is all jumbled. So this is now your fault.
Well, considering it's my fault that it's even there, I'll take it.
Okay. So advent colors are fun.
Yeah,
Okay.
they are.
So number 17, Chris, let me see what number 17 is. It's an emerald.
Ooh. That which is my birthstone,
Is
and my
it?
birthday is on the 17th of a
Let's,
different month. So I approve. That's
okay.
pretty.
So this is a raw.
Nope, I've seen your finger. There we go.
So this is a raw, unpolished emerald. I'm going to put it back in box 17. And I would tell you to look for the live stream, but we'll already be almost 3 weeks into it by the time you hear this podcast.
Yes, that's true. Now, I am going to take 15 seconds to get back on track with our commercials. PetEdge is the pet professional's choice for supplies and equipment from top brands. Check their website for new products, sales, and special offers. For a limited time, save 5% off your order with promo code TRAVELER5. Find what you need to succeed at petedge.com. See, that was quick. That was quick.
Okay. So, where were we?
We're almost there. Countdowns help. Cross
Right.
off the days in your calendar. It may be late to purchase an advent calendar unless you really, really want to get the chocolate one on sale, and just because it's December 17th, you need to eat more than one piece of chocolate. That is fair. That is valid, and I am here for you and I support you on that one. I love that for you. Eat all the chocolate today.
Eat all the chocolate. So they got them everywhere. They have I saw in Costco they had an advent calendar for cats.
Oh, I have one. I have one for my cats. I'm very much looking forward to it. I won it at the silent auction at the basket raffle in the New England show. My
Okay.
cats have an advent calendar. I don't have one for me yet because I can't decide on which one I want, but
All right, but there's lots of options. There's an advent calendar. When we tell you there's an advent calendar for everything, there's an advent calendar for everything.
there's even now there's two different kinds of advent calendars. There's the ones we're talking about with like stuff in them and chocolate, like you had when you were a kid, and the crystals where you get a little trinket or goodie or piece of candy every day. There's also ones that are just more like countdown clocks. And Mary, did we talk last year about the Die Hard one?
Oh,
Where it's a Christmas movie. I'm sorry. It's a Christmas movie.
the Christmas movie.
Die Hard is a Christmas movie because it happens at Christmas. The whole party is because it's Christmas. It wouldn't make sense any other time of year. Anyway,
Oh, it could have been a retirement party.
for who?
I,
That big? That would, yeah, it's in.
but anyway, Christmas
But
party.
anyway, it's with Hans Gruber,
Yeah.
the bad guy. It's him falling down the tower. Like you move him, he starts at the top on December 1st, and he moves down a notch every day until he goes flat on December 25th.
Hans Gruber advent calendar. Let me see where we get that.
I'm sure Amazon.
Amazon.
Was that the first one that came up?
Of course, this is the first one because it's a sponsored ad.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Nakatomi advent calendar.
Yep. Yep.
How much it's, I mean, it's 35 bucks is not bad.
But that's a reusable one.
Yeah, you get a
Like
lot of those out of here. Yes.
If
Uh,
that's your one of your favorite Christmas movies. Okay. We'll get into favorite Christmas movies. Work, grooming, related things, topic.
okay. So we were how to relax or chill a little bit while you're in this mad crunch. And if you're not, good for you.
Yes, but honestly, at this point in time, it's a lot of focus on your end goal. Hopefully, if you haven't blocked off a vacation, you've at least blocked off like a couple days. You're hopefully not working the 24th through the 26th. At least give yourself some breathing time. Sometimes I have taken between Christmas and New Year's off and just come back on January 2nd because half my clients were traveling anyway.
Yeah, I think there's a fair number of groomers that do that, that shut down just before Christmas and don't reopen until after New Year's.
So that's a fan, and it's a good time to do it because if it's your busier year, even if you are not the best at saving money, your bank account should be a little bit healthier this time of year, provided we don't go crazy on the yeah, presents.
Yeah.
Can
Fortunately,
we not
this
go into debt for Christmas?
two of my kids have requested handmade gifts from me this year, which is always nice.
Mhm.
Okay. That takes a little bit off the plate. But I got teenagers, grandkids, and all they want is money.
Yeah.
I'm okay
That's a
with it
thing.
because growing up, I never had really spending money as a kid, as a teenager. So I really appreciate when relatives gave me money so I can go to the mall with my friends and spend some money. So for those who think that's
Yeah.
like impersonal, they're going to get plenty of personal gifts. All
No,
right.
especially for teenagers who want to go do things and buy
Yeah,
their own things and feel like they have their own agency and all of that fun stuff.
exactly.
So, no, it's a good thing. And my mind just went blank. I'm going in too many directions at once these days.
All right. So
That's a thing.
that's the thing. So the other thing we wanted to talk about is there there's a misconception that if you're mobile or your house call that you can't do retail.
That's true. And you can do anything.
Oh, you can do anything. And I've done various sorts of retail in my mobile grooming van. Not only myself, I've done it my way. I've seen other mobile groomers do it another way. And Chris, you absolutely can do it as house call.
Oh,
In fact,
yeah.
it's probably easier for you as house call.
It depends on what I'm selling, what I'm offering. And that's the thing. Whether you are house call, mobile, or in a shop, you have to figure out what your customers need, what they might not know they need yet, and what is something that is not carried at PetSmart or Petco.
Yeah. All right. And sometimes it's the convenience factor. I mean, especially for mobile. All right. House call. So I would have clients come home to a clean dog, clean cat, and dog food, cat food, and treats on their counter. They didn't have to go shopping.
Oh, nice.
Okay. So it is depending on how you market it. All right. So
Hmm.
for me, I think my first foray into retail had to do with food. All right. And food is a big item and you don't necessarily want to stock it. Okay.
Yeah.
But my philosophy was this, that as long as I'm selling food my dogs will eat, that I am comfortable feeding my dogs, I'll stock some of it. And this way I could buy my own dog food at wholesale.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And at the time I started doing it, I had 6 dogs. Getting dog food at wholesale was a big deal. All right. So there's large distributors. Depending on where you are in the country, Phillips is a big one. Um, oh God, I don't even know. Since I'm not doing that, I know Phillips is a big one, but there's other big distributors that will literally bring it right to your house. And when Phillips, when I lived in Connecticut, no longer wanted to deliver to a residential neighborhood, they delivered it to my vet.
Okay, so you picked it up from your vet.
Except for my vet, that was where Phillips was where they got their food from too. So they would just drop mine off. So um, I did high quality dry and raw. The only thing with raw is that you have the first appointment of the day.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You have to be because that stuff, yeah, we're got food safety issues.
So if you wanted raw, and I was really clear with my clients. I mean, you know what? You have to look at the clients that you have and why you're their groomer. Okay. And most of my clients really appreciated that I didn't pull any punches. I was direct and to the point. Okay. I'm not helping you feed your dog crap. You can do that on your own. However, this is what I stock because this is what my dogs will eat. This way, if it doesn't sell, I don't care because my dogs are going to eat it. Same thing with any treats. So I would tell them what I have and what brands I would have, and then they would let me know. Um, I would tell them give me a week's heads up in case I don't have it in stock for you. And then I will just drop it off. I will text you the amount plus the groom, and you leave me a check on the counter, and I leave that on the counter. I had greenies for a while. I had one client that particularly liked greenies. I'm not a huge fan of greenies,
Yeah.
but at the time, they were the thing. Okay. And she
They
would
were the thing for a long time. Yeah.
were. So she had 3 dogs, and every groom, she would buy 6 greenies because they came in individual packages. And she's like, just leave them on. She had all this wall with all these little jars and stuff on them. Just leave them somewhere there. Just tell me where they are. And I'm in their house. They're not home, and I'm holding the 6 greenies in my hand. And I got 3 dogs, and it's like the conga line.
Oh, yeah. They were laser
Finally,
focused on you.
laser focused to see where I was going to leave it and whether or not it was accessible to them.
And I have another idea regarding that, regarding different types of products, but I'll talk about that when we come back from our next commercial break. Okay,
Oh,
you know I love my Evolution swivel shears, and you even know that these customizable shears come in non-swivel as well. But did you know that they're the only ones I've been trusting my sharpening with for around 15 years, and that's how we met? What? You haven't tried their sharpening yet? If so, send in your next batch of sharpening and you'll get 1 shear sharpened for free with a $75 order just for telling them where you heard about them. Your shears and blades will thank you. Now, if say you don't want to carry any stock or you want to carry very limited stock, depending on the company you work with and the distributor you work with, you can do drop ships.
yep.
And that is, I think, where a lot of house callers could really, work. If they find a food they really like, they really recommend, they could arrange to have it drop shipped. You invoice the customer, you place the order, you have it delivered right to them.
Yeah. And a lot of there's a lot of small companies that really don't want to work with a distributor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm. The only thing is you want to be really careful in making sure it's an established business
Yeah. Yeah.
because they are small. We want to make sure they're around to take your orders and that you're not scrambling for some sort of replacement product.
Now, the other thing that I was going to say is to try to carry things that are different. If you are doing a little stock on things, such as treats, like the two companies that I really enjoy working with for treats are Spoiled Rotten, Rawtten, and Bear's Bites. And I actually gave Mary the links so she can put those in the show notes. So those are mostly treats. I think there might be some food with Bear's Bites now, but they're mostly treats. But yes, you can get a bully stick at PetSmart. But when I get bully sticks or duck feet, because my dogs are insane about duck feet, they love them. If I get from one of these places, I know that the owner of the business went and sourced the materials and
Mhm.
they did a lot of the work regarding it. I know where that animal came from that's going to be fed to my animal. I can trust that it's not full of extra hormones or antibiotics or extras that aren't really extras because we don't want them. And we know they're high quality stuff and we're supporting small businesses just like us. And my dogs really like them a lot better than stuff we can get at the pet stores.
Yeah, I
That's
like the whole let's support small businesses.
mm-hmm.
Okay. Um, okay. So there's that. Then there's impulse buys. I mean, you could have a tub, okay, filled with small toys, um, collars, leashes. I just washed your dog, and we're gonna put this dirty collar back on him. Really? Sure you want to do that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, and that's usually stuff that you can keep in a tub in the what do you call it? In the van. So I'm going to tell you how some of my mobile groomer friends, how they've done retail.
Mm-hmm.
One case, she just had it listed on the website, on her website, and clients could order off of the website again to be delivered at time of grooming. All right, so no special trips. Um, and no, you can't come to my house to pick it up.
Yeah, no.
There's a reason I'm mobile. I don't want you people in my house.
Yeah, that's interesting doing some in-house grooming now in my home. Not all I've always been in a house in their home, but yeah, that's
Now
interesting.
you're in your house. So how do
Yeah,
you feel about having people in your house all the time?
because they're not in my house. They are in my garage in my office. I separate it very much. Nobody is walking through my house to get into the garage. They come in and out through the garage door. So it is I draw those clear boundaries to make it better for us because I've got 3 cats and I've got dogs. So I don't need people coming in and out of the main house. This area I set up for it. This is the office, the business space. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, I mean, I've got four of my dogs, but one of them is a runner. He gets an
Mm-hmm.
opportunity. He's like, "Pfft, I'll see you later."
Mm-hmm.
And he's pretty quick too. So no, I don't want to chase after him.
Mm-hmm. So in for the January slowdown, if there is a bit of a January slowdown, now's your perfect time to
Do a little
start
research.
crunching some numbers too. We're starting to gather, get our tax prep. I know I sound like I'm a way more organized person than I really am. I'm gonna do it this year, Mary. I swear it. I'm gonna be
Oh my God. Ask me
organized.
what took me all day to do today, Chris.
What?
Uh, my monthly books for
Oh,
the month. Oh my
yeah.
God. It took me, and Chris, I dragged because I didn't feel like doing it, but it had to get done. It literally, I knew when I saw it on my to-do list that it needed to get done. I knew it was going to take me all day. There was like no doubt about it. So I just scheduled the time to do like that and nothing else.
There you go. There you go. But yeah, yeah, start to go over your numbers, your books, your cash flow. Where is the business spending money? Where did the business spend money in 2025? And do we need to keep spending it there in 26? Can we start frothing more to cut down on our shampoo expenses?
And here's the thing too. So when I get my credit card bills, what I am really looking at right now is what subscriptions that I have. Yeah, I don't think you realize how much subscriptions you have because the bills come every month and they tend to be a smaller amount. But I just ditched right now in the last couple of weeks, five, six different subscriptions that were no longer serving my purpose. So as soon as when the credit card bill goes, I'm going, I'm still paying for this. Why am I still paying for this? So
Mhm.
that's a good way to look at start reducing some of your expenses. But to get back to the retail, I had a friend of mine who literally printed up a catalog of what she would carry, and
Mhm.
she gave one to each of her clients, and they could just order from the catalog, through her or however they did it.
Mhm.
And again, at time of service.
Yeah, no extra trips. This will be delivered when I am there for grooming. Yeah, that's the way to do it. We are not Amazon. This is
Nope.
not, we will not have it there overnight. We will have it there when we are already there for Fluffy.
Yes. I mean, I had an Amazon deliverer on one Sunday. I'm like, what the hell are you working on a Sunday for?
Yeah, things happen. But yeah, take this time to really figure out where we can streamline and what new things do we want to implement? What things didn't we do in 2025 that we want to do this year? And figure out how to make that work, how to make
Hmm.
that happen. But it seems impossible that it's been 10 minutes, but it's actually been almost an hour and it's time to hit the last commercial and wrap up. How did that happen, Mary? What the hell?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Asking the wrong person.
Running a grooming business can seem like trying to wear too many hats at the same time when you really just want to focus on your grooming. Enter a pet care virtual assistant trained in anything you need to help run your business day to day. From scheduling and reception duties to social media management, Internet Staffing Solutions has someone trained and ready to fit your needs so you can concentrate on creating those fantastic grooms that keep your business thriving. Check out internetstaffingsolutions.com for more info.
That's perfect again. Find out if maybe you need to answer the phone less. Maybe if you have someone to be a virtual assistant, you can groom a whole nother dog a day.
Well, yeah, sometimes you have to look, I like to say, what your hourly worth is. All right.
Mhm.
And you know what? That has to do with knowing what your expenses are, yada yada, what you need to make per hour. All right. And that's a little bit of work. But just generally speaking, you can, over the course of a month, add up all your expenses for the month and add up all your expenses. Okay. If you're not sure it's an expense, go to IRS publication, is it 535? It's 535. But
I don't
anyway,
know. Apparently I need to Google that immediately.
yeah, I think it's publication 535. But it's a list of all the expenses that the IRS deems as a legitimate business expense you can deduct. Okay. Um, so like run through the list. See what it is you're missing. Add it up for the course of the month. All right. Add in your salary for the month and all various funds, vacation, education, capital, emergency, all that good stuff. So you need to know how much you make what you need to make for the month. And then you can figure out how many dogs per week do I want. So let's just say, Chris, I'm going to make math really easy. Okay. Let's
Okay.
just let's just say your business has to pull in $5,000 a week. I mean a month. Okay. And now let's do better. Let's do 10,000 a month. Okay. But that includes all your salary, yada, yada, yada. All right. So the course of that month, $10,000 for the month, you want to work 4 weeks. So that's what, 2,500 a week you have to make? I'm doing math in my head, Chris.
I was looking up publication 535 and sitting here going, how the flying fart knuckles, because we're on YouTube now, so I'm trying to be, how the flying
Oh, I don't set,
camel toes. Do you remember that that was the correct publication number?
is it?
Yes.
Okay, publication IRS 535.
Now, caveat, if you look it up, they stopped updating that in 2022. They've discontinued that, but they do still have that list available. And then they have, if you
It'll
Google,
give you an idea
yeah,
of what
yeah.
all the stuff. So anyway, so now you have to make $2,500 for the week. Okay.
Mhm.
So you want to work 5 days. That means every day you have to earn $500. Correct? So
Mhm.
you want to work that $500 day. All you want to do is 5 dogs. Okay. So that means your hourly rate is $100.
Mhm.
Okay. So what can you do to earn? So if you're making $100 an hour, why are you doing labor that you can have someone else do at less of a rate than what your hourly rate is?
Mhm.
And everyone here knows what my favorite $50 a week was, right?
Oh, shoot. Nope. Forgot.
Okay. So I paid my husband
Oh, to wash the
$50 a
van.
week. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And he cleaned my truck, top, stem to stern. He bitched and moaned about how dirty it was. It wasn't. But he got to complain about something, which again is a hobby for him.
We
Okay.
have to have our hobbies.
We have to have our hobbies. So he got to complain. And then he got to clean, which is also one of his hobbies. And then he took his $50 and took me out to dinner and a movie.
Okay. So that was a win-win-win.
Yes, it was. So, but the point being, if you could hire someone to do a task that's going to take you time to do, you don't want to do, but you're making $100 an hour. So maybe you add in an extra dog at $100 an hour, and then you pay someone to do something you don't want to do, whether it's the laundry or it's cleaning, all the things that you would still have to do.
Like hiring, say, Coats Design to revamp your website or
Yes.
make advertisements or make flyers for you because you need that for your business,
Mm-hmm.
but someone else can do it better.
Can do it better, can do it quicker.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I dragged my ass today. And by the way, it's not set for kids on YouTube. We're fine.
That's true.
Okay. So, where was I? All day, Chris, on a job I did not want to do, but it was simple and I just didn't want to do it. Could have hired
Okay.
someone to do it, but then I'm not normally this not lackadaisical. This What's the word I want to use, Chris? I just didn't want to do it. I could have done it another day and would have taken me a quarter of the time. But then I also want my days off too. So, what, six and one half dozen of the other.
Oh, Mary, I'm so sad now.
Why?
I'm sad because This
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because I took the sound effect off the board for some reason. So I was going to use that as a perfect excuse to play the sound effect of Mary saying "fuck that,"
Ah,
and I can't find it, and it saddens me.
okay.
So I have to put that back on there at some point in time.
We're gonna have to go search through the archives.
Oh no, I have it saved. I know exactly where I have it saved on my computer and the file. I can just stick that back in there. It's not that big a deal. It's I just don't have the button to hit to.
Ah, too bad, too bad.
Oh yeah, that's okay. It'll take me all of 5 minutes to edit it into the episode. So it's still gonna be there.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
I'll take your word for it.
Uh-huh. But yeah, so give yourself some grace and give yourself that time to breathe
Hmm.
and be realistic about your goals.
Yeah,
For,
I think the biggest problem is that you're not being realistic about what it is you want. You have not set your intentions. I see this a lot at trade shows, particularly with the vendors. So I'm calling out some vendors here.
dun, dun, dun. What? Not me. I'm
No,
not.
not you. Who go into a trade show and they haven't set an expectation of what they expect from this. All right. And if you're
Oh,
not
okay.
meeting that expectation, then why are you not meeting that expectation? Maybe there you need to reevaluate some of the things that you're doing. Okay. But setting expectations and what it is you expect. And if you're not reaching those expectations, then you need to review them and figure out why. Are the expectations unreasonable, unrealistic, or you just haven't figured out how to reach them?
Uh, did I forget if I mentioned last week that I started therapy?
Okay, there's lots of therapy. There's physical therapy and there's um, therapist therapy.
There's therapist therapy.
Okay.
I started therapist therapy, and we did talk about my to-do list earlier today and my unrealistic expectations.
Okay, exactly. Unrealistic expectations.
And yeah, I want to be open about it because there's no shame. Everybody needs help. I should be, and I feel like I'm finally starting to practice what I preach, to take the things that I know work and do them, because I find it so easy to tell other people to give yourself grace. And then when I look at my to-do list, I'm like, well, why haven't I done all of this? Well, I'm a big failure face.
Yeah.
And
And
yeah.
if your expectations are not realistic, all right, then
Failure
that's exactly what
face.
happens. All right. You feel like you're a failure because you're not meeting your goals, but your goals are unrealistic.
Yeah.
And so how do you make those goals realistic? Again, is another conversation that you might have, maybe with a coach, maybe with a therapist, on how do you make those goals realistic?
Hmm. That's one of the things we're working on,
Okay.
is getting that realistic and giving me one less thing to feel guilty about and to feel badly about and
Well,
not to beat myself up over.
yeah. You know, as the queen of organization, I like to call myself. All right. Um, yeah, but here's the thing. It's like for the most part, what I'm doing is realistic. And it's
Yeah,
realistic because
yeah.
there's been at times where it hasn't been realistic. All right. Where I've, like everyone else had to learn to say no, no, I cannot do it. And in that vein, one of the boards I am on, I have let them know at the end of this year, I'm going to be no longer a board member for the California Association because it's just that one thing too many.
I sadly know exactly how you feel, and I'm working on that myself because I think that's also a function of the ADHD. I want to do all of the
All
things.
the things you can't do, all the things you have to make a
And it
decision.
makes me mad when I can't do all the things. Is a problem.
So deciding what's important to you and start there. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Is it important to you now or is it important to you later? All right. What are you setting up for?
Mm-hmm. And have you reached a point in your life where something has got to give, even something that is important to you? So that's now we just get through the holidays. Soon we take a look at those things. And it's okay to not be thinking about this. We talked a lot about the future in today's episode, but if you're listening to this anytime around when it first drops, it's okay to go, yeah, no, I can't think about any of that. I just want to listen to you babble in my ear because I just need to get through fucking today. The 27 doodles.
We just need the noise in the background.
Yes, it's okay. It's okay. And if I can just be soothing in your ear and go, it's all right. Get there. You'll get there. I'm here for that too. And I'm there for you for that. But I don't know how it's possible, Mary. Our hour's up.
Okay.
All right. So on that note, whew, breathe. You are so close, y'all. We know that nobody works harder than a groomer in Christmas week.
Yeah.
Very few people. I'm sure we'll have some ER doctors and throw their hats in the ring on that one. I'm fine. Or nurses. Oof. Okay. There's a lot, but grooming during Christmas week is its own kind of special. Waha. Get through it. You've got this. All right. Safe travels, guys. Well, that was fun. But now it's time to head home. We hope you enjoyed listening as much as we enjoyed chatting with you. If there are any topics you'd like us to discuss or guests you want to see join us on this crazy road trip of ours, let us know in the Traveling Groomers Facebook page. Don't forget to thank our sponsors. And see you next week, guys. Safe travels.